Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Universal Studios for what is unfortunately our last and final night of Halloween Horror Nights. We're going to be heading on inside the event one last time to go through all 10 haunted houses, experience all 5 scare zones, and at the end of the video, give you guys our final review of the event. That includes house rankings and zone rankings. Before we head on inside, I just have to say, it is chilly out here. We just had a cold front come through in Florida last night, and it is chilly. I am actually kind of regretting not bringing a light sweater, but that's besides the point. It's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a very long night. As I said, going through all 10 haunted houses. Let's head on inside, guys. I also want to point out that it is currently November 1st, the day after Halloween. The event doesn't officially end until November 4th, this Saturday. So I'm expecting lower than normal wait times for tonight. Our last time seeing the Halloween Horror Nights sign for this year. They've had this sign up over the last few years, so hopefully it makes a return next year. It's our last time seeing Dr. Oddfellow.
Good evening.
Hello.
I do hope you're enjoying the festivities.
I am. We've been enjoying it the whole season. It's my last night, so I had to see you one last time.
Of course.
So thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thanks for being a true believer.
Have a great...
Continue to spread the good word.
I will. Have a great night, sir. It really is kind of a bittersweet moment because for months leading up to the event, we've been following the story that Universal has been trying to build, hyping up Dr. Oddfellow, seeing him debut on opening night, and now it's my last time seeing him. It's very bittersweet, you know? Like, yeah, I'm very happy that we got to cover the event as much as we did. We got to do a whole bunch of videos leading up to it, got to help you guys with planning the event and showing what the event has to offer. But at the same time, though, you never want to see a haunt season end. But that only means that we get to look forward to next season. So long, Mel's Diane. Until next season. So the plan right now is to make our way to the very back of the park, do those haunted houses back there, and then make our way back up to the front. That's pretty much been our strategy since the very beginning. We always recommend starting from the back and then working your way up. So we're gonna make our way over to Dr. Oddfellow first. Now all these folks over here, they look like they are lined up and waiting for the Megan horde to show up and do their little dance routine. I would show you guys, but the lighting is absolutely atrocious and it does not look good. So I've already seen it. I hope you guys have seen other videos online of it during like more daytime. It's a really cool thing and very neat Blumhouse integration that they did for this year's event.
Why, what do you do?
I tell you guys what, this zone in particularly was a blast to see come together over the course of the construction season. I love it so much.
My search for the legendary glowing stone.
One thing that I love about going to haunt events, not just Halloween Horror Nights, but just haunt events in general, is that every once in a while scare actors will use me as a shield and use it as a way to scare people. You know, they'll come up in front of me and they'll kind of crouch down and then they'll immediately jump to the side and get someone that was like right behind me or next to me or something. I love it when they do that. All right, first haunted house of the night is gonna be Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins at only a 10-minute wait. Whew, I don't know if you guys can hear the wind in the microphone over here, but it is chilly and I flipping hate it. The whole summer I've been dying for cooler weather and now it's here and I'm just caught unprepared and I don't like it. But anyways, guys, throughout the course of this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys different highlights from inside all the different haunted houses. I just wanna put a disclaimer in that I got permission from Universal to film inside the haunted houses on the opening night media night, so that's where all the footage is coming from. All right, the 10-minute wait was just the walk to get over here, but we're heading on inside.
Welcome to Oddfellows!
Your souls have been distorted, and you run. Kill them.
Next up, we have The Darkest Deal. Now, this haunted house is getting a lot of praise from Horror Nights fans. Although it's not my own personal favorite, we're gonna head on inside, only a 25-minute wait. Heading on into Bub's Lounge one last time.
And become famous.
You give me your soul.
Oh, Jesus
Simpson, your soul is
Heading on into one of my personal favorite houses of this year's event is going to be The Last of Us, currently at a 55-minute wait. And about 10 minutes later, we're walking on into The Last of Us.
Ellie, stay down!
Just got done with The Last of Us, our final run of The Last of Us, which is always really sad, but that was a phenomenal run through, probably my best run through. Not only were the scare actors on point tonight, I mean, I don't know if it's really true, but I think a few of the scare actors recognized me because they jumped out, saw me, and then they like jumped out again and got really close to me, which was always really cool and appreciated. I love getting an up close look at the scare actors. You guys were definitely on point tonight, but the lady that was in front of me, she was like 40, 50 years old, had to be right around that range, super jumpy and jumping at any little noise. It wasn't even a scare, just any little noise, she would jump on her husband. That was funny. Overall, such a fun run through of The Last of Us. Up next, at only a 25-minute wait, is gonna be Universal Monsters Unmasked.
Keep it moving! Keep these streets clear! What? No! The captain said 4 different killers. Yes, the Opera House, Notre Dame, and some alleyways. It's madness.
Read all about it. Victims of the face carving here found near the Paris
fingers around your throat.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
My lips, mother, die!
So I just got done with Universal Monsters, and I'm sitting here thinking, wow, we're flying through these haunted houses. I only have the haunted houses at the very front of the park left to do. And then I completely forgot about Chucky. Chucky is definitely not one of my favorite haunted houses. I completely forgot about it, so now I gotta make my way to that side of the park before hitting up the last couple of haunted houses. Oh boy, let's go. Final walkthrough of Jungle of Doom of the season. Gonna put the camera away and walk through. You know, I genuinely hope that it is this chilly on the very first day of the holiday celebrations, because that's what instantly puts me in the holiday spirit. All the Christmas lights and Christmas music paired with the cool chilly weather. So good. Nothing takes me out of it more than doing all of that and sweating from humidity. All right, made our way over to Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. Currently a 55-minute wait. Close to a 20-minute wait later, we're heading on into Chucky Ultimate Kill Count.
Chucky is killing everyone!
Skip arm.
Just got done with Chucky Ultimate Kill Count, and it was Chucky. It's no surprise. It's definitely lower on my list. I still haven't decided if it's like last on my list, but it's definitely down there. We'll get more into it later on in the video when we get back home and we do the house reviews. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our final opportunity to appreciate Vamp 69, Summer of Blood. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, final stretch of haunted houses. We have Yeti Campground Kills, Dueling Dragons, and Stranger Things down there. Let's go ahead and start things off with Yeti Campground Kills. So we just got done with Yeti Campground Kills. It was my very last run through, and I'm kind of sad because HHN Bear wasn't there. I even slowed down a little bit. Like, he didn't get the group ahead of me, and I slowed down. He didn't get me, and he didn't get the group behind me. So I think he just wasn't there, period. I'm kind of sad about that. I was looking forward to seeing him one last time. Who knows? Hopefully we'll get him next year. Next up, one of my favorites, Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate. Oh, no way. No way. It's the Enchanted Oak Tavern. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. No way. No. Oh, my God. No way. Oh, Tuesday bait. Wait, ice. I'm an ice guy. Last and final run through of Dueling Dragons Tuesday Fate. And unfortunately, we did not save the kingdom. Pyrock came out holding Merlin's head. So, not the good ending, unfortunately. Terrible way to end the season. All right, time for another fun one. Let's head on inside Stranger Things. Okay, hands down, that was the best Stranger Things run I've had this entire event. The cast were on point. I got just about every single scare. And shout out to Dustin and Eddie on the roof of the RV. Like, they singled me out and they started pretending to whack me. Like, they both came over to me as I was walking through the room and they followed me on the roof. That was really interesting. I don't know if you guys recognized me, but thank you. That was awesome. A very great end to that house, I gotta say. Overall, I absolutely loved it. Definitely one of my favorites. It's gonna be hard to rank these things. Second to last house of the night is gonna be The Exorcist Believer.
I cast wells, unclean spirits. With everything.
And ladies and gentlemen, our final haunted house of the night and of the season, Blood Moon Dark Offerings. Does anybody remember when American Horror Story used this space as a haunted house? It just gives you an idea of just how massive these show buildings are. And they use these for legitimate productions.
The false-hearted must die! Lest we all die! The blood room has risen! Our sacrifices demanded!
What in the world? Well, my friends, with that, another year of Halloween Horror Nights is in the books. HHN 32 has unfortunately come to an end for me. There's still a couple more dates left of this year's event, but I unfortunately can't make it. Let's go ahead on home and review this year's events and give you guys the good and the bad. All right, guys, so we are back home from our unfortunate final visit of Halloween Horror Nights 2023, and I just gotta say that this year was absolutely phenomenal. Was it the best year that we've ever had? No, absolutely not, but it is still up there as one of my favorite years of the event that we've had in a very long time. All the scare actors put in so much work this year. They did an excellent job. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who helps put the event together. It takes an entire army to put this event on every single year and to throw it every single night and to have it run as smoothly as it did this year. It was an absolutely phenomenal experience. So my hat's off to you guys. You guys are all the real MVPs. Now, I just want to say that there was no house or zone that was absolutely downright terrible. There were a few that were on the lower end of the spectrum and that weren't the best, but we've definitely had a lot worse. I'm looking at you, Hellblock Horror. But anyways, guys, before we get into the rankings, I just want to say, if you made it this far into the video and you're enjoying any bit of it, please make sure to leave a like, as it greatly helps out the channel and it helps YouTube push the video to more people out there, so that way the channel can get recognized. If you guys want to see more content like this in the future, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're so close to hitting 50,000 subscribers. We're less than 1,000 away, so you can help us hit that goal before the end of the year. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Scare Zone rankings first. Coming in at number 5, we have Shipyard 32. Number 4 is going to be Oddfellow's Collection of Oddities. Number 3 is going to be Dark Zodiac. Number 2 is going to be Vamp 69 Summer of Blood. And taking our top spot as my personal favorite zone of the year is going to be Jungle of Doom. Jungle of Doom had the entire package. It had great set design. It had great music, great lighting, great costuming. It was such a phenomenal zone from start to finish, and it provided a great story as well that I thoroughly enjoyed following along. Definitely goes down as one of the greats in my book. Next up, we're gonna move into our haunted house rankings. Now, I just want to say before we get into this list is that this is my own opinion based off of my personal run-throughs of these haunted houses. I've been through each haunted house at least 5 times over the course of this whole season, so I know my way around these houses, and these have been my experiences. Your experiences might have been different, so if there is something on my list that you don't agree with, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section below. I want to get a discussion going, and I want to know what your personal favorite houses were for this year's event. But with all that being said, let's get right on into it. At the number 10 spot, at my lowest ranked haunted house of this year's event, no surprises here, Chucky. I swear to God, guys, that Fast and Furious location is cursed. We had the Horrors of Blumhouse in that location that year, which was also a lower ranked house of the event last year, and we repeat it again with Chucky. I feel like that location doesn't give them enough room to really flesh out what they want and to show what they want in the haunted houses. And I don't know, I just feel like they don't have the proper room to breathe in that location. I really hope that next year they can move out of that spot and we can have another house in a different location. There was just no scale to the scenes that we got in this house, especially compared to the haunted house that we had in Hollywood. The Chucky haunted house in Hollywood is one of the best of the year over there, and compare that to what we have over here, and it's just sad. But again, by no means is it a terrible haunted house. It's decent, just not the best of the year. Coming in at number 9, we have The Exorcist. Now, I feel like I would have enjoyed this haunted house a lot more had I seen the movie before actually going to the event. I did go through the house a couple more times after seeing the movie at the Blumfest event, and it did move up a little bit. Originally, The Exorcist was on my number 10 spot, so it did move up a little bit. Seeing the movie did help give it some context, and I was able to recognize some of the things that I was seeing in the house, but it just still wasn't the best for me, unfortunately. Coming in at number 8, this is going to surprise some people, Darkest Deal. Over the course of the event, I have seen a lot of people giving high praises for this haunted house, and I unfortunately just didn't see it. The story I completely understood, and I appreciated the story that was being told in there, but for me, the scares just weren't quite there. I'm sorry. And again, this isn't a dig at the scare actors. All the scare actors did a phenomenal job. They're just doing what they were directed to do. From here on out, all the haunted houses were really good, and it was really hard to rank all of these other haunted houses besides my number 1. So next up at number 7, we have Yeti Campground Kills. Coming in at number 6, we have Stranger Things. Now I will say, when it comes to Stranger Things, I said it earlier in the season that this is the best Stranger Things haunted house adaptation that we've ever had at the event. We've had Stranger Things 3 times at Halloween Horror Nights, and this is the best iteration. Coming in at number 5, we have The Last of Us. I wanted this house to be better, and originally this haunted house was like 2 or 3 on my list, but after going through the one in Hollywood, I was like, they managed to do it so much better, and I feel like with the space that we had in our house, they could have done things just a little bit better, but it was still a phenomenal haunted house that I definitely had to hit up every time I was at the event. Coming in at number 4, this one actually shocked me, Blood Moon Dark Offerings. Now originally during opening weekend, this haunted house was actually on the bottom half of my list, but as the event progressed, the scare actors really stepped it up. They made a few audio changes in the house, a few lighting changes, and it really jumped up on my list to be a sleeper hit of this year's event. The scale of the house was absolutely phenomenal. I loved the story. I loved the color scheme in there. It was definitely the goriest house of the year. I loved it. We're moving into our top 3, guys. Number 3 is going to be Universal Monsters Unmasked. It never fails, guys. The Universal Monsters haunted houses have always been the top tier haunted houses of the event over the last few years that we've had Universal Monsters haunted houses. And this one is absolutely no different. We have Phantom of the Opera. We have the Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We need more Phantom of the Opera representation in Halloween Horror Nights haunted houses because he is my absolute favorite Universal monster. And what they did with him was really good. Throw in all the other monsters in the mix in that Paris setting and the extra, we all about it. It was such a fun house. Coming in at number 2, it is gonna be Dueling Dragons. Now, I really teeter-tottered whether this one was gonna be my number 1 haunted house or my number 2, but I had to put it at number 2 because I had to throw the nostalgia goggles out the window. That's what was really putting it at my number 1 haunted house. Not only did it provide great scares, but it had phenomenal set design. The costuming was incredible. The dragons were awesome. And the Choose Thy Fate section at the end was so cool. I really wish that they could have expanded that concept a little bit more, maybe did 2 different haunted houses that you would have to go through twice in order to get the full experience. However, it was still a damn good haunted house that I never in a million years thought that I would see at Halloween Horror Nights. And finally, guys, coming in at my number 1 haunted house for this year's event is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. I really wasn't expecting this haunted house to rank up as my number 1 by the end of the season, but you know what? Everything about that haunted house is absolute top tier. They managed to take a sprung tent and turn it into a twisted, demented carnival circus, and I love it. Not only am I a sucker for a demented circus, but you also have the gore, you have the scares, you have the clowns, you have the costume design. The whole circus aesthetic just hits me in the feels, and I absolutely loved every bit of it. I really hope we get to see and learn more about Dr. Oddfellow in the coming years as the lore progresses with Halloween Horror Nights, and seeing him and his origins come to life in this haunted house since practically the very beginning of Halloween Horror Nights history was an absolute blast. But anyways, guys, I want to throw it off to you. Let me know down in the comment section below, what were your favorite haunted houses of this year's event, and what was your lowest ranked haunted house of Halloween Horror Nights 2023? I want to thank you all so much for watching today's video, and thank you guys so much for following along this entire Halloween Horror Nights season from speculation over to this video of the final night. It's not going to be long now before we start getting into speculation season for the 2024 event. Halloween Horror Nights 33 is not too far away. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed any bit of today's video, go ahead and help us out by leaving a like, and if you want to see more content like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we are so close to 50,000 subscribers. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.